Hi everyone. So this video is another kind of strange video for the kind of videos that I make, and this is all about online dating. Now I kind of want to make a little disclaimer that if you're not 18 or older, don't do it. Not only is it illegal, but on those sites when it says, are you 18 or older, and you have to click yes, don't lie, because it'll just get you in more trouble in the long run. But basically, I'm going to kind of talk about my story, my experiences, and kind of tips on what to do and what not to do. I did start online dating when I was 18 years old. Actually, I started when I was 17, and basically I got nowhere because it is illegal, and so I kind of stopped for a bit. But when I turned 18, I decided that I was kind of sick of the people in my area, in my school. My high school had like over 5,200 kids in it, so it really wasn't that, the pool's a lot bigger, but my school wasn't very cliquey, and you couldn't really hang out with that many people that weren't like in your group of friends, because everyone was already kind of in their group of friends. But basically, I decided I was going to online date, and I say it works. There's a few sites that I was on. I believe 3 sites. That was my oven preheated. I was on 3 sites, or 4 maybe, and I did meet quite a few people. Most of them did not work out. A couple of them did, and I was friends with a few of them. One of my best friends I met from online dating, and everything was great. We haven't really talked much recently, but for the 2-3 years that we were friends, we were the best of friends. So it's not necessarily always for dating. A lot of the sites are, they're looking for friends too, and which is totally fine to online date looking for just friends. But I recommend, just be safe. Think about things. Make sure you always talk on the phone before you actually meet them. I think that's kind of obvious, but I feel like I have to say that anyways. Talk on the phone. Make sure they are who they say they are. My friend and I we both online dated, and we always told each other where we were meeting them. And, just kind of a rough estimate, like, hey, it's at 6, I'm meeting so-and-so at this place. If you don't hear from me like 2 hours later, but thankfully, I feel like it's very safe now that you can do things like that. I met a few people, and, some were kind of creepy, and I'm glad that I was in a public place, because nothing like super horrible happened, because I'm still here, but every time you meet someone, I guess you don't really know who they are, obviously, since you're meeting them, but it's a little scary, because you don't know. You just don't know. I recently had a conversation with people at work, and some people were saying that they would never do it. They didn't find it safe. They didn't find it appealing. Kind of nothing about it sounded good to them. And I turned them around, because my success stories. So basically, I was, this was about 2 years ago, and I was just getting out of a relationship. I was kind of going back into the dating scene, and I decided that I was going to try again. And I had my, basically you can handpick who you want to date. It's as simple as that. You can handpick him or her exactly who you want, with what traits, what personality, what they look like, what they act like, where they live, kids, no kids, smokers, non-smokers, long hair, short hair, blonde, red, brunette, anything you want, you can customize basically your perfect person. So I had I think a 20-mile radius from where I lived with my parents, and I decided to just expand that just to kind of see. And within a day or 2 days, I was already talking to someone, and that someone is my current boyfriend now, who I live with and I've been with for almost 2 years. And, things go great. Things, as long as you are safe about it. And, I saw some statistics online that if you meet someone online, the courtship is, I believe they said 30% shorter than if you meet them. Like, so you'll be dating for 30% shorter than people that meet, like, in school or in person or however they meet. And then the divorce rate is 80% less than the already 50%. The 50% divorce rate, and then it's 80% of that, I believe, already get divorced. I don't really remember exactly what it was, but you handpick your person. It's as simple as that. Then basically a couple of, everything's falling over here. A couple of kind of tips, I guess, so to say, is, besides, like, be safe, but don't use a boring username. Like, do something fun. Also, having your name is not exactly the safest, but, have something fun, something that says something about you. Don't do, like, single man 2 or whatever, because, that's not boring. That's not fun. That's boring. If you're, 25 years old and you like to swim, you can do, like, 25 swimmer or something. I don't really know. I don't know. But yeah, also, don't post bad pictures, and don't post pictures with someone else. Well, especially, like, if you're a girl and you're with, like, 10 other girls in the picture, don't put that online, on, like, online dating, because what if the guy you find doesn't know which one is you? Even if you're specific, like, second from the right, what if they either don't know their rights and lefts, or what if they see someone else in the picture they like? It just doesn't, not a good idea. And if you're a girl and you're posting pictures on this site, which, do it, but don't post it with another guy. That's not going to really attract anyone. You can say he's gay, you can say he's your best friend, you can say he's your brother, your cousin, your uncle. It doesn't matter, don't do it. Basically it. And also, don't lie. Like, don't post pictures of someone else, and don't post pictures from, like, 10 years ago or, like, 30 pounds ago. Just don't do it. If the whole purpose of this is just to talk to someone online, whatever, but if you actually want to meet them and you want, like, a relationship, or, just a couple dates or get to know them, they're going to find out. Duh. They're going to find out. So, and also change it up a little bit, because, if you take a picture with, straight red hair and glasses, and, not everyone likes straight red hair and glasses, that's the first picture people see. So, have that one day, and then, next time take a picture without glasses, or take a picture from, a different angle, or with, just take different pictures, because some pictures don't appeal to everyone. Even though you're the same person and you look the same, don't do it. Also, don't send emails to the same people over and over and over. That's just annoying. I've received emails from people that I wasn't interested in, obviously, and, if they keep sending the emails over and over and over and over, it's so annoying. And, like, even if you were thinking about giving them a chance and then they start annoying you, there's no chance given. So, and again, don't agree on going on a date without talking on the phone first. After a few emails back and forth and texting and whatever, I always recommend, talking on the phone or Skype or FaceTime or whatever you people do. Just, it's nicer to, a lot of times you can tell a lot from, like, the sound of their voice, or, I always recommend Skype, because, you wouldn't want to be catfished. And no, I have not ever been catfished before. Also, don't correspond with too many people at one time, because it's, they will find out. And what if you like call them by the wrong name? Or what if, like, just be smart. Also, don't fill your profile with like just a bunch of adjectives. Don't say I'm fun, athletic, romantic, spontaneous, adventurous, artistic, musical. Do something fun. If you run, say I ran in the Chicago Marathon. Or if you swim, say, give like an example. Or, if you're adventurous, tell them you went ziplining. If you did, don't lie. But like, tell them the truth, because, if you lie, it'll come back around. It will. People think, everyone has that "it won't happen to me" mentality, but it will. I mean, just don't lie. Okay? Don't lie. Next, don't use improper grammar. I was an English major, and if I see someone type just the letter U, or, Y, or the word tomorrow, they'll write TMORO. That does not say tomorrow. THX does not say thanks. Like, use words, use full words. Unless that's, if that's something, that's how you speak or whatever, that's fine. But if that's not how I speak, and that's not how I would type. So if you don't speak like that, don't type like that, because they're going to think you're, either not intelligent, or can't speak, or can't type, don't know how to spell. I'm not sure, but basically, yeah, don't do that. And don't sound rude. Like, don't be bitter, don't be rude, don't be sour. Just, don't say like, drama queens don't apply. Or if you're, first of all, no one's applying for anything. This is not a job. But like, don't say what you're not looking for. Say what you are looking for. I feel like that's going to be a lot more helpful. And don't reveal too much. Don't tell them everything about your whole life in your profile, because then you'll have nothing to talk about the first time you meet. Getting the gistics it's a good thing. Just getting the, kind of learning about each other is good enough to like know each other. But, why does it matter what your mom's favorite color is on your profile? Even like in the first couple emails, you don't need to tell them everything right away, especially. Leave things to the imagination, let things be a little bit of a mystery. And don't take things personal. If someone doesn't like you, then they don't like you. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. Don't take it personally. Everyone has their own opinions. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that you skipped through that you just weren't interested in, either the picture or where they lived, what they looked like, how, what they wrote, how they wrote. If you're not interested, then you're not interested. And the same thing goes for them. If they're not interested, they're not interested. I'm having a really bad hair day today. That's why I keep playing with it. But if you can't make someone be interested, that's not how life works. You have to, use your brain. And if you want to be with someone, then be with someone. And like, don't make stuff up. Don't say like, oh, I like smokers, and then you find someone who's a smoker, and you're like, sorry, no, you smoke. Well, then you shouldn't have had that in your profile, because that's deceiving. And my last tip is don't get discouraged and don't give up. I did this for years, and if I stopped, then I wouldn't be where I am right now. I am with the love of my life. I could not be happier. Basically everything worked out perfectly. I mean, it's hard to say that something like that is perfect, but this is actually perfect. If you have any questions, leave them below, or you can, if you want me to, like, I don't know, answer questions privately, you can either message me here or message me on Twitter at jenkellyl, and I will answer it, or like Instagram, but I don't know, just, you can like tweet me or private message me, or just, if you want to leave a comment below saying, message me with the answer, or you can just, if you have a question, if you want me to make another video with a bunch of questions, I will. It only takes one. That's all it takes. It takes one person to meet. And if you're willing to try it, then do it, Don't take advice from, people will try to give you advice. Like, don't take advice from someone who has only had bad experiences. And, finding a romantic partner is like, it's kind of a once in a lifetime thing, so just kind of, I guess, just do it. Don't change yourself for anyone. Life's not about getting someone to think you're good enough for them. Life's about making yourself good enough for you. And, if you, I don't know how to put this. If you want it, you'll get it, basically. If you're out there looking for a specific romantic partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you, then, just don't give up. That's the last thing you want to do, is give up. And, you don't know. Someone could be your Ernie, or your Bert, or your Doug, or your Carrie, or your Blake, or your Miranda, whoever your favorite couples are. Of course, mine are Doug and Carrie and Blake and Miranda. But, and bonus points too if you know who Doug and Carrie are, and Blake and Miranda. Special bonus points if you know Jared and Brandy. But, do it. Just do it. But make sure you're safe about it. Make sure you're in a public place. Make sure you talk to the people first. And if you're not comfortable, this is a big thing. If you meet someone online that you really want to meet in person and you're not comfortable with anything, if you don't think they're who they say they are, ask to Skype with them. And if that doesn't, if either that doesn't work or they don't want to or whatever, then, you can second guess yourself. You can say no. You can say, I'm not going to meet you until we Skype. It's, it's for your own safety. And, it's really for the safety of others. Why wouldn't they want to know who you are too? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Like, I've had a lot of people who were just like, hey, meet me at the mall at 4. And I'm like, well, you don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. Why does that seem like a good idea? It's not. It's don't do it. So as long as you're safe and, it works. It works. Take my advice. Look online for dating sites if, there's specific religion that you're looking for, or, certain ages. They have specific sites for that. Not all of them you need to pay for. I know there's OkCupid. There's JDate for the Jews out there. There's Christian Mingle. There's the Over 41, eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, all that kind of stuff. There's a bunch. There are a bunch of sites, and if one doesn't work, go to the next one. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the bottom bar below, or in the comments below. Let me know if you've online dated before, and let me know your stories. Let me know if you have success stories or horror stories or whatever. If you want to know my horror stories, I can make a separate video or whatever. If you have questions, I will answer them, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Thumbs up if you like it. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at jenkellyl. And I will see you guys later. Bye.